platinly.
Oh, did it stain?
Oh, no, isn't that lucky?
Why did you scream like that?
I don't know why I screamed. Mitch is coming at 7, and well, I guess I'm nervous about our relations. I haven't given him anything but a goodnight kiss. That's all he's gotten, Stella. Men don't want anything that they can get too easily. But on the other hand, men lose interest quickly, especially when the girl is over 30. When a girl is over 30, they want her to, well, the vulgar term is put out. And I'm not putting out. Of course, I haven't informed him of my real age.
Why are you sensitive about your age?
Well, the hard knocks. My vanity has been taken. What I mean is, he thinks that I'm sort of prim and proper, and I want to deceive him long enough to make him want me.
But Blanche, do you want him?
Oh, I want to rest. I want to breathe quietly again. Yes, I want Mitch. I want him very badly. Just think, if it happens, then I can go away from here and not be anyone's problem. You have such a great capacity for devotion. You'll be lonely when she goes. I know what that feels like.
To be lonely?
I love someone too. And the person I loved, I lost.
Dead? The man?
Oh, a boy. Oh, he was just a boy. When I was a very young girl, when I was 16, I made the first discovery, love, all at once and much, much too completely. It was like somebody turned a blinding light on something that had been always half in shadow. That's how it struck the world for me. But I was unlucky, deluded. There was something different about the boy. A nervousness, a softness, a tenderness, not like a man's. But he didn't look the least bit effeminate looking. Still, that thing was there. He came to me for help, and I didn't know that. I didn't know anything until after we were married, and we had run away and come back, and all I know is that I failed him in some mysterious way, and I couldn't give him the help he needed, but couldn't even speak of. Oh, he was slipping into the quicksands, clutching at me, and I wasn't holding him out. I was slipping in with him. I didn't know that. I didn't know anything except that, oh, I loved him unendurably, but was unable to help him or help myself. Then I found out, in the worst of all possible ways, by suddenly coming into a room that I thought was empty, but it wasn't empty. There were 2 people in it. The boy I had married and an older man who had been his friend for years. Afterwards, we pretended that nothing had been discovered. Yes, we all drove out to Moon Lake Casino, very drunk and laughing all the way. Oh, we danced the Vasuviana. Oh, and out there, suddenly on the dance floor, the boy I married broke away and ran out of the casino. A few moments later, a shot. I ran out. We all did. We all ran out and gathered by this terrible thing by the edge of the lake. I couldn't get near for the crowding. Then somebody caught my arm. Don't go any closer. Come back, you don't want to see. See? See what? And then I heard the voices saying, Alan, Alan the gray boy. He had stuck a revolver in his mouth and fired so that the back of his head was blown away. it was because out there on the dance floor, unable to stop myself, I suddenly said, I know. And I saw you disgust me. And then that searchlight that had been turned on in the world was suddenly turned off again. And there's been nothing for one moment since any brighter than that kitchen candle. Flamingo. Tarantula was the name of it. I stayed at a hotel called the Tarantula Arms.
Tarantula arms?
Big spider. That's where I took all my victims. Yes, I had many intimacies with strangers. After the death of Alan, intimacies with strangers was all I could fill my empty heart with. I think it was panic that just drove me from one to the other, searching for some protection in the most unlikely places, even at last in a 17-year-old boy. But somebody wrote the superintendent, oh, this woman is morally unfit for her position. True. Yes, perhaps unfit somehow. Anyway, so I came here. I had nowhere else to go. I was played out. Do you know what played out means? My youth was suddenly up the water spout. And then I met you. You said you needed somebody. Well, I needed somebody too. And I thank God for you. I thought you were so gentle. A cleft in the rock of the world where I could hide in. But I guess I'm asking, hoping for too much. Kiefer, Stanley, and Shaw, oh, they tied an old tin can to the tail of the kite. Not far from Belle Reef, before we lost Belle Reef, there was this camp where they trained young soldiers. On Saturday nights, they would go into town and get very drunk. And on the way back, they would stagger onto my lawn and call, Blanche, Blanche. The old woman remaining suspected nothing. But sometimes I would slip outside to answer their calls. The paddy wagon would gather them up later like daisies. The long way home.